You did push the record button, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Town of Anna.
So what fun things are we doing today?
Fun things. Fun Tonelico things.
Fun Tonelico things.
That being said, I don't remember what we were doing again.
This seems like a common thing that happens.
Oh, am I in the middle of Jackley Skip still? What the hell is going on?
I thought you already did Jackley Skip.
Yeah. Did I do Jackley Skip? I did Jackley Skip, and then I went back to undo Jackley Skip, and then the game crashed, I remember.
Yeah, the game did crash.
The game crashed!
We went into Luca's Cosmosphere, and the game decided to... It decided our free trial of Tonelico 2 has expired.
Did it really?
Probably not. Probably not exactly that, but I'm pretty
No, I mean, like, did it crash during... did it crash when we started the Cosmosphere?
I feel like we got some dialogue in, and then it faded to black, and we saw nothing afterwards.
Right. I can't believe arbitrary code execution is working against us.
I mean, I could go look.
It's fine, it's fine. I like to imagine that for some reason equipping the girls is like causing some doohickey in the game where it's accidentally like executing code based on what the fuck girls were using right now.
I just need to find the recording.
You don't need to find it, it's fine. It's here! It's here! It's here! That one was fake.
We'll say it is doing terrible things though, yes.
Sure. Oh, fuck me.
I'd rather not.
Every bone in my body hurts.
So you paid the bone tax.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, housework.
We got new radios.
That's depressing.
I mean, the previous radios were kind of really bad.
Why can't you just, why can't you just keep the weather channel on or something? Why do they need radios?
Well, the thing is, with some of them, you pull it out of the charging dock, you take it with you, then like 20 minutes later, you hear the low battery sound, even though it's supposedly fully charged.
Mm-hmm.
And you also just have a bunch that just have no battery and they're just lying around.
Did you diagnose the issue with, I had a joke somewhere.
You had a joke.
I had a joke somewhere in there, I promise. I promise there was a joke in there.
No, but I got to help put together the new radios.
I was gonna say, did you update the drivers? That's what I was trying to do.
Yes, I can update the drivers on Motorola radios.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, they're using that Microsoft GDI driver.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's why you can't run video games on it.
Great!
I think the worst part of everything I just said is that there's a thing about the younger generation. Like like our generation makes fun of the older generation for not being tech literate, right? Or tech savvy at all.
Yeah.
And then also our children are also not tech savvy at all. It's this very weird thing where it just so happens that they live in a tech
World.
society, right? And they have no clue about how any of it works at all.
Probably because all the companies have dumbed down everything.
Yeah, that's abstraction. That's your abstraction dollars at work, computer science. You did it. You killed smarts. Now no one knows. This is what they call job security. If we obfuscate...
Stop doing abstraction!
If we obfuscate everything, then no one will know how to use anything, and therefore we'll always be hired. now I'm reassured. No more AI stealing our jobs. AI can't help you. We can't help you reboot your computer.
Want to make something simpler for someone else? We had something for that. It's called writing down an instruction set.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you have kids, be sure to tell them at least how to reset the router. At the very least, do that. That's the thing, though. Like, when I was growing up, I had no idea what any of the tech stuff was. Like, I know the word driver, I just have no idea what driver means.
Oh.
And to this day, I do know what a driver is, but
Oh,
sometimes it feels like I don't know what a driver is.
Maybe it's because you've seen the word enough, it just stops looking like a word to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you ask me what is the definition of a driver, I need like a second to process the information.
You have to try and figure out the context clues.
Yeah. Cause like, I know what a driver is, I know what it's supposed to do, I know what it's for, right? But if you ask me to explain everything, I'm like, where the fuck do I begin?
Your brain does a cache miss.
Yeah. I mean, it's like easy to describe. It's the in-betweeny part between hardware and your device. Like external hardware and your device. It's how devices communicate with each other.
It tells something how to interact with something else.
Yeah. It's a map. There you go. It's easy. We did it. That's a driver. Right? And then ask me the question again. What's a driver?
Listen to my heart.
Yeah. Another thing is it's just hard to explain to someone what tech is, right? We can spend all day talking about drivers. People who don't understand are still not going to understand. It's just impossible.
That was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's why we exist.
What a terrible existence.
Yeah. How old were you when you learned what a driver was? I can confidently say I was like 20.
I feel like it would have to have been pretty early on, because Linux.
Yeah, you use Linux, so I expect it to be a lot earlier, right? Because you need to download so much
Funny
crap.
NVIDIA.
Yeah.
NVIDIA. They have drivers.
Yeah, literally, it took me until my hardware software class in order to like fully understand what a driver is. Fortunately for me, that's the exact kind of class where driver is like a term. You know what I'm saying? It's like the exact kind of class where you learn what a driver is. Or what it's supposed to do. They don't teach you how to make one, of course, but it's very essential for what you're about to do in that class. Yeah. Very fun times. I still think, like, game development is a waste of a major, but, like, hardware, software, that taught me to, like, think of the world, not the world, programs, into, like, think of them as state machines. And I was just thinking about it, because, like, there was a grad project. We had a grad show and tell of like projects that everyone worked on, right? And these guys were making a multiplayer shooting game, right?
Okay.
It was a top view multiplayer shooting game, right? And they programmed it in Java.
Okay.
Right? Don't ask why. I mean,
just what they were most comfortable with.
Well, I guess it's because they couldn't use any of the like game dev like kits, so they had to do it from scratch basically. So
And they probably didn't want to deal with all the memory management of C and C++.
I don't think you can even do anything with C. You know how hard it is to make like a fucking window in C
or C++? Do you have an inkling on how to create a window?
laughs in OpenGL and DirectX.
You want to figure that shit out? Be my guest.
That's why they made things like SDL to make it easier.
I am like 1000% convinced the only reason why people still use Java over anything else is because you can, one, Tomcat servers, two, it's the only thing where you can conveniently make a window. And
I think
therefore
we can
have
also play
GUI.
Minecraft.
Yeah. No, I meant programming with it, not play Minecraft.
No, as in like making mods for Minecraft.
Oh. I'm depressed.
What do you mean?
I'm depressed. No, it wasn't the Cosmosphere, it was the Infosphere. That's what it was. It wasn't Lucas.
It was one of the spheres.
Son of a bastard! Gotcha!
It was one of the spheres.
Yeah, we should probably... Then we already seen this, right? Yeah, we already seen these. I hate my life. I hate my wife.
You have a wife?
It's a boomer joke. I don't know.
I know.
I know.
Tails,
I
I
know,
miss
I know.
my wife.
Right, wife. Life good. Wife fights back. Kill!
That's terrible.
Life sad.
Wife gone.
Take on
No
life.
more wife. Regrets. That's still the dumbest meme I have ever seen. It still makes me crack up though. I have no idea why.
Right, because it's absurd.
That's the thing is the thing about anything. If you want to do anything in life, all right, good delivery will sell it. you get it? You get it? If you do something well, it's gonna be good.
Has he ever been called a name that explicitly is not your name?
What's that, Robert? There you go. I narrowed down your actual name by like 1/10 of a million.
No, for some reason, at one point people thought my name was Josh for some reason. Do I look like a Josh?
I mean,
A little.
sorta. You are white and maybe moderately biblical.
I've also been called Chris.
I can see Chris way more. We're narrowing down your real name by a lot.
I'm pretty sure my actual name is already well known.
It's in there somewhere. You still shouldn't invite people.
Well, it's not like I've told anyone where I live.
Yeah. That's why giving money to strangers online is terrifying. Because not only do I know their name, but they know my name as well. And I can't do that. We're in an NSFW server. Just kidding. I don't go to any NSFW servers. No. Don't do that. Don't go there. Did I tell you about the story about the guy who got banned on Discord?
I feel like that does not narrow down any kind of story at all.
Like the guy who was in. Okay, I'm gonna if you heard the story, I'm gonna retell it for the millionth time.
That's fine.
Be ready. Sit down on your fucking asses, you sons of bitches.
It's such a sadness that people tell their stories on a fucking iPhone.
Shut up.
Get real.
Shut up. You can't use that in everything. You have to do something different sometimes.
Everything can be a reused meme. Watch this.
You son of a bitch.
Alright, so, this was early days of Discord.
Okay.
Basically, when Discord first came out, right, people mostly did whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
So, like, you joined servers, right?
Yeah.
You got Discord certified if your server's large enough, right?
Uh-huh.
So, early Discord Discord was all gaming, right?
Yeah.
But, like, after
Okay.
the gaming, after the gaming servers all got set up, right? The thing that dominated Discord was the meme servers, right?
Also, I would also probably say the emoji servers, right?
Yeah, emoji and meme servers. Those were the biggest servers, like, at the time, right? And then what happened, and then like a couple months after this phase, right? Discord was cracking down on child pornography, right?
Because they probably have to.
Yeah, of course you have to.
We're not gonna do anything about child pornography.
That'd be yikes.
Honestly, they can probably afford to get away with it because they're mostly homebrew, I guess. I'm a Discord, like, how does Discord make money? It's mostly Nitro? Do they do anything?
Didn't they have like a store of some kind?
Like, they don't make money off of advertising that much, I don't think.
There's probably something with shareholders.
Yeah. Either way, if their shareholders are mostly made up of, like, I don't know, conservatives, maybe they can get away with it. But for the most part, you can't get away with CP. Alright. This video has been demonetized.
We're back to that joke
We're
again.
back to this joke. Everything comes back to the dollar sign.
That doesn't even show up on my channel because I never monetized the channel.
Very funny.
The only thing I think it does is when content ID shows up, it says, yeah, you can use this, you'll get ads for the person
Yeah.
or group or company.
But yeah, we did the no thing. Anyway, yeah, so they were cracking down on CP, right?
Yeah.
And the way they did that was there was, if you were in such and such meme or emoji server, and if they investigated it and it had CP and it was like CP adjacent, they banned the server and everyone in it from the Discord platform in its entirety, right? So I was a mod in the Monster Hunter Discord server, right?
Yeah.
One of our mods got permabanned off of Discord, and we just did not know why, right? And then it turned out, oh, he got caught up in the Discord ban waves.
Bruh.
And he did not take it well. Like, when we were trying to speak with him, he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and sue Discord for doing this. Unless they give me my account back. I'm like, okay, guy. It's like,
Okay, Twitch.
because like his he was saying, oh, I did not participate in any of the CP stuff. I was just in the server, right? Because what most people do is like you join the server for the emojis and don't interact with it whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
Like that sounds normal, but like if there's a CP ring in there, I think you'd know, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, very, very not fun time. He did not take it well, and we really did not like. After talking with him in that around that situation, we're kind of like, okay, this guy's kind of trouble. So we're just gonna, slowly and slowly and immediately cut all contact with him. Yeah, pretty unhinged. We did not see him ever again until I got a little curious and searched his name on Reddit, and what the first thing that came up was a fucking post on
The Discord
Gone
subreddit.
Wild.
Oh, Gone Wild. Bruh?
They can do whatever they want with their Reddit account. Don't judge me.
Doing exactly that.
Don't judge. It's not nice, guys. Cut it out.
I actually don't know what the Gone Wild subreddit even is.
Well, you can probably guess what the Gone Wild subreddit does. Well, let me give you a hint. It's called Gone Wild.
Is it just people going crazy or is it nudes?
Of course it's nudes. What do you think gone wild means? You think people are going actually wild? They're going ballistic?
At this point,
No, it's women taking their clothes off. Of course, it's women taking their clothes off.
at this point, I can't tell anymore.
For real, for real.
The internet's fucked.
Yeah. Remember to donate to our. Type. Use our code for 10% off.
Who the hell would even sponsor this?
I would
Dumpster fire.
I would hate to do a sponsor. We'll fuck it up so bad. Like, the only way we could do a sponsorship if they give us like 100% of the control of what to say, and then we'll fuck it up. We will be unhinged about it all over the place.
I feel like it would have to also be something we would actually want to use, though.
Yeah.
Because, you know...
I mean, we could potentially do sponsorships for anything, but also I have a 6-figure job. You can have a 6-figure job. You are in culinary. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Feeling savage today, huh?
I mean,
Who's shitting your bran flakes?
I had a terrible morning.
Really? What happened?
I don't know what's going on with me. I have this. Did we watch this? Oh, we didn't watch this. Very suspect, it's not me. This is bath powder? So the aroma is arousing. It's not me, I swear, just follow the recipe. As long as it's better. You just melt into a nice soft bath. Look at you're such an adult. I said, did you make it on purpose? Now give it a name. Softly sexy. That's so weird.
Say what?
We made legendary medicine, which turned out to be arousing bath powder. Getting in the bath will softly melt away any stress. I hate.
I bet something like that exists in real life.
I hate. Wow, I forgot that one sucks. Okay. Yeah, I have this thing starting from this weekend. I don't know if it's stress related, but there's like this portion of my of like the top of my head that's like in pain right now. Right. It gets triggered. Like it gets triggered when like some other part of my head moves, or if I tilt the wrong way. But it's been going on for about 3 days now, and I'm a little worried. I'm hoping it's just stress. I don't think it's a pinched nerve or anything like that. I hope to God it's not an aneurysm. Yeah, right now I'm just hoping that'll go away within the week. If it doesn't,
Going straight to the doctor?
yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. It's getting better though. It was worse on Friday.
Okay, well if it's getting better, that's...
Yeah. It's still persistent though, which scares me. If it doesn't go away after like a night's sleep, I get worried. Anything. I could be sick, and like if I can be deathly sick, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow feeling fine. Right. But yeah, are those herbs? That's right. This one's my favorite herbs, called XL. Isn't that such with the highest quality herbs? Oh, you like it too? I actually don't like herbs in general. Well, I think it smells good, but then when this is done, you should try it. You're bound to be captivated by XL. I kind of see where this is going now.
Probably not good.
It's finished. It's done. My original blend herb tea. I think I'll call it Excellion Herb. Did you actually look inside? Inside? Look at it yourself. What? I used to find this quality ingredient, so it can't be that weird. Why? It's glowing sky blue! What did you do to make it like this? You're the shopkeep. You should have been watching. Oops. A tea made from plenty of high-quality herbs, which turned out glowing sky blue. The cup and saucer are nice, though. Very fancy. What does it say? Drink?
Question mark?
Drink? Don't worry what you're gonna make this time. You're the one who made the recipe. How can you not know? I have a general idea, but in the end, it all depends on the person making it. And knowing how it would be knowing how it would be used synthesizing, I have this excitement about the outcome.
Oh my god.
That's what we call a way with words.
I love backhanded compliments.
That's not a compliment, I'm sure. That's what Jackie's saying. Oh, have you ever made anything that you should receive a compliment? Oh my god! Oh my god! Just you watch, this time will be something amazing. I hope it will be fitting along with the rest of the name, Legendary Elixir. Is it Elixir or Elixir?
I think it's Elixir.
Fucking, I don't know. I'm fucking Californian. Get off my case. It's finished. So it turns out like this anyway. Why? I made it exactly as the recipe said. Why did it end up with tea? Oh, don't make fun of tea. It's good for you. That's not the problem. I was synthesizing medicine, but it turned out like, so annoying. There.
It's not that bad.
It's made of medicinal ingredients, so it still has the effects, right? Yes, of course. It's just the appearance. Is this? You mean it turned out to be tea because my taste is bad? Tea isn't bad taste. There's herbal teas out there, like the Oriental remedies. Maybe if you give it that sort of name, you might be able to appreciate it. An Oriental medicine name. Then what about Lokwak tea?
The fuck is a Lokwak?
I have no idea. I also have no idea what would sound like it would, like which place would sound like it would say Lokwak. Maybe Indonesia?
I don't know.
I have no clue. Oh, that sounds Oriental. Doesn't it? Anyone who hears that would think Oriental remedy. Are you too serious? I like how they say Oriental as if, one, this is not a Japanese game. Two, this tower is implied to have an Oriental area.
It's post-Japan.
Post-Japan. The east side of this tower, that is a fucking circle, okay. In attempts to make a legendary elixir, we made tea. We need like Oriental herb remedy, since it's still medicine. Epic. Very epic.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so the reason why I have you all here today... Thank you for coming to my tent. Alright, so... Yeah. So, before we did this recording, I spoke with you, Mr. Kid, about an issue I was having at work.
You never were able to tell the story, right?
I was not able to tell the story, so we're going to start from the beginning. Alright, so... I was tasked, so I got this task from a person on our escalations team. Right, escalations is just an offshoot of our department, which deals with customers running into issues, right?
Yeah. And
an important part of their job is doing packet captures, right?
Okay.
They need to figure out if things are coming in correctly and going out or whatever, right? So like the typical idea is like they have the customer do a PCAP and then they do a PCAP on their end and then they compare the packet captures to see if the traffic is doing exactly what they want, right? So very important shit, right?
Yeah.
So they're running into an issue, like if a packet, if they ran a packet, so they don't have access to our nodes, like exactly our nodes, because that's dangerous, of course. You don't want to run a packet capture while logged into the node that you're trying to access. Generally not advisable.
I love security.
Yeah. So instead of that, we allowed them. We have a bot, right?
Okay.
And the bot runs a HTML command to request. It's a HTML GET request for our node, right? And they can specify the size and
things like the timeout.
Yeah, they can specify the size, how long the packet capture should run, and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? The protocol, whatever, on a specific node, right? And when our nodes when our nodes receive that request, we run the packet capture.
Yeah.
Right? For that amount of time and with the file size of whatever, right?
Yeah.
Cheerful, Corey's not that cheerful. Don't deny it, it sounds slightly mean. But it's Charlie and Corey though, right? Corey, is Master being supposed to slightly mean? Because Charlie and Corey, you have to be fighting again. Yeah, I do it. I knew it. That's what I'm worried about. What if you got hurt? What happened? You better do drug. If there any. Okay, I've really seen this one.
This was pre-crash.
Yeah, this is some pre-crash stuff. Yeah, so Escalation's team was running into an issue where if they ran the packet capture for more than 120 seconds, right? It would return. It would give them a PCAP file that had way fewer packet captures than expected. Like it's recording like 1.5 seconds worth of packet captures.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and it's only an issue when it's like above 110 seconds, right? So if it was below 110 seconds, it was fine. They got everything they wanted.
It's like 109.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. 111, 1.5 seconds, right? So I was tasked to look into this issue, right? So I look at how we do our packet capture, right? So our packet capture, we run a timeout command, right? And that timeout command calls the TCP dump command, right? And that runs for however many expiration seconds are set, right?
Yeah.
So like, okay, everything looks fine here, right? Let me just do some tests, right? Do some tests, right? I log into one of our test nodes, right? Run the packet capture, right? See what comes out. I put in 120 seconds. I get 120 seconds. Yeah. Very curious. So I run over with a couple coworkers. They're like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's just an issue of memory. Maybe there's a issue with the node itself. Maybe it's busy, right? And at this point, escalation team doesn't know like how busy a node is, right?
Okay.
So I write a command for our bot, right? This one says, okay, this will give you the CPU usage and the memory usage of a node.
Okay.
Right? So you can run this beforehand, and then you can run the packet capture afterwards, right? And you probably get everything you need, right? There's no longer an issue with the process, right? So I do that, right? Write the command, right? Give them the command. It was this wasn't the fix. This was just another task that was slightly related, right?
It just helps maybe look into it.
Yeah. So I should probably say that this was also a different test I received. So I implemented this one and said, okay, maybe if we did this, it would fix the other issue. It did not fix the other issue. Alright, back to the lab again. Here we go. Right? So this time we actually do a deep dive into the code, right? So we take a look at the logs for when packet captures are happening, right? And we notice whenever we write 120 minutes, right? The logs will say it's starting right away, right? But the packet captures that we get are starting way later. Okay. Yeah? I was like, maybe this is a timing issue, right? Because like if it's a timing issue, then wouldn't it still go for 2 minutes, right? So I checked the code, right? We have the timeout command going for however many seconds we set. Okay. We also have a separate timer to stop the TCP dump. And after this timer runs, after the second timer runs out, we stop the TCP dump if it's still going on, right? And then we archive the file and send it back, right? That's what I was saying. So why do we have two timers? Why do you have two timers?
That's a little weird.
Yeah. So now we're thinking, okay, it might be that in the container, right? The process is running later than expected, right? Because the time discrepancy, and because the process is running later, the second timer is stopping it earlier. That was not it. That was not the case at all.
Back to the lab again.
I completely fucked it up, alright? Alright. So, then they got another issue, another related issue. Hey, this time I set it for 110 seconds, but the size is smaller, and I ran into the same issue. Right? I was like, what the fuck? So I have no idea what's going on, right? So I do an even deeper dive. I do the deepest possible dive ever, alright? Now, before we get into how I solved the biggest mystery in our company that lasted 3 months. By the way, this was 3 months. Alright, what do you think was the problem? Alright, so this is running through Python, right? And we're using the subprocess module to run the TCP node, right? So what do you think is the problem? The subprocess module, the container's performance, if there's any performance issues, the timeout command or the TCP dump command?
Well, it sounded like TCP dump was working fine, because you did it on a test node, then it dumped.
The test node was fine. Yeah.
It can't be the TCP dump then.
All right.
We know that works. Container performance. What kind of impact does that mean?
Well, like if the container is having performance issue, like if there's like scheduling issues or the CPU is too high or whatever, or running out of memory and we don't know it. Right.
Was there a memory leak?
No.
No.
If there was a memory leak, we would have caught it in our alerting.
So it can't be memory.
Nope.
Doing a TCP dump shouldn't be that hard on the CPU.
By the way, this is what we call a lateral thinking puzzle. Fuck those things. Alright. So subprocess module, container performance issues, timeout command, or TCP dump command. You're saying you're rolling out TCP dump and the container performance. So you're left with timeout.
All is timeout and Python subprocess.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame Python.
Okay, you blame Python? Well, you're wrong, because the answer was the TCP dump command.
Bruh!
So, I did what I probably should have done at the very beginning. In hindsight, I probably should have done this first. I looked up the manual for TCP dump. Alright? Okay, if you go to the manual page for TCP dump, you get the TCP dump explanation and like 35 flags.
Yeah.
So, no one wants to read the fucking manual page. Alright? If you're a programmer and you have to do something with commands, you're not reading the manual page. You're going to Stack Exchange and getting the answer from someone else. Alright? No fucking way in hell are you going to read the manual page. When was the last time you read a manual page?
Unix class.
Exactly! Alright, so I go to the manual page, right? And alright, I'm looking at all these motherfucking flags! And you know what do you know what it was?
What was it?
Okay, so there's a flag on TCP top called /W, right?
Okay.
What /W does is that it sets a file limit, right?
File limit.
Yeah, it sets a file limit, right? And the way we have it set up that way because escalation team only wanted one file to work with, right?
Okay.
And that makes sense to us, right? It also limits the amount of memory you use, right?
Yeah.
Of course, so you don't accidentally use up all the memory in the goddamn world, right? So on our command, right? It sets to /W1, right? One file, right? So what do you expect the behavior to be?
It only writes to one file?
Yeah. we also like it writes to one file. We also have a bunch of flags that set the memory limit, right?
Okay.
To like how much memory each file is, right?
Okay.
So we have the memory set to some threshold, right? And we have a file limit of 1. So what do you expect would happen?
So we write only one file, and if we reach that limit, we either start truncating, we cut off the previous input, or we stop.
That's what you think would happen.
What does it do?
I read the manual page.
What does it do?
So when it reaches the file limit, the file size limit, right? It's supposed to move on to the next file, right?
But we only write one file.
Yeah. So if it's okay, but I'm getting to that point, right? So it's supposed to write to the next file, right? So if we set capital W to 5, it would go on. It would start 1, go to the second file, and start writing from there, right? Once it reaches the end of the file limit, the file count limit, right? It doesn't stop.
What do you mean it doesn't stop?
It doesn't stop. TCP dump is never designed to stop.
Wait, but then...
What it does is it overwrites the first file and starts over.
Oh. Oh, so you're getting the tail end of the entire process!
That's why it's truncated and looks like it's appearing later.
Oh, no. Oh.
So I continue looking at all the flags. So I know the issue now, right? Time to read the other flags to see what could help, right? The only flag that stops TCP dump is the packet count. Alright? After you receive packet count packets, TCP dump stops. Nothing else stops it.
Really?
Yes. And you don't know what size each packet is going to be, so you can't really, you can't do a hard prediction. You can't, predict the number. You can only estimate it. Alright? But! There is a workaround!
That is?
There is another flag called /z. Alright?
What does that do?
What /z does is that after one rotation of file writing, right, it will run a script. Yeah.
A script?
It'll run a script.
So it has a callback feature.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I was just thinking about climbing onto the roof. Don't do that. It's dangerous. But I need to fix the thing with it. Leave it to me. Could I go fix it for Sasha? Well, I was planning to already, but... Epic. He's slow. I don't know what he's doing. Sorry to keep you waiting, Sasha. I'll patch them up for now. Thank you, Brother Crow. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to make a customer do this. It's fine. Don't worry. That took you a while. Can't you patch up a roof quicker than that? Well, it was worse than I imagined, and... Was the hole that big? Not the size, the number. There are so many holes. You fixed them all! How many were there? There's only one on the shop site, but there's about 20 inside. You only need to do the shop one. I'm so sorry, Brother Crow. Now that you mention it, when I went inside to cook, I saw cups and buckets. Yes, those were leak spots. I couldn't leave the bucket or cup on the shopping site, so I was so troubled. This place is beaten down more than I thought. Corey, can I ask you to do a roof over this place? Please ask the carpenter to do that kind of work. Okay, so it runs a script after each rotation, right? So the workaround is to get rid of the file count limit, right? So get rid of the file count limit.
And then once it's done, you merge all the files.
No.
No?
After it writes, finishes writing one file completely, right? Once it reaches the file size, it'll run the script and then start on the next one, right?
Okay.
So what the script does is kill TCP dump. Yeah. Alright. So you have the script kill TCP dump after TCP dump writes to one file, right? And that'll get you the one file that you need. What could possibly go wrong?
What if you have to kill it while it's mid-write?
Mid-write, it just stops writing. That's not the issue. The issue is that...
Well, now you're still gonna be missing the end part, aren't you?
I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine?
Because we hit the file size limit, right? That makes sense. Right? If we truncate one packet, so be it, you know? The issue is that it's not a hard run. It runs in the background. Alright? The script that TCP dump calls is run in the back as a background process to not interrupt this TCP dump command, you know? Makes sense, right? Makes sense for general purpose scripts.
It's not intended for this kind of shenanigans.
Yeah. And so, you might be thinking of one issue, but the real issue is that we're running this in a container environment.
Okay.
And so running something as a background process means that it's not guaranteed to run.
Oh, so you're not guaranteed to actually get to kill it.
Yeah, we're not guaranteed to get to kill it. We also removed the file size, by the file limit, by the way.
Ah.
So, the issue, as pointed out by my superior, is that if we do it like this way, there is an off chance where we just never kill TCP dump, and it runs for however many expiration seconds because the timer stops it, right? But in that time, it could use up infinite memory. Alright? I was very proud of this workaround. It's not gonna work. There's also no workaround, right, to it, right? You would think bringing back the file count would fix this, right? You would think that. That would make sense. But it only runs the script after one rotation.
Oh.
Meaning that once you hit the file count limit and start the overwrite, that's the time it runs the script. So at the end, right? What we had to do was like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna eat the overwrite. We're just gonna have to deal with the fact that the overwrite exists, right? We're just going to extend the file count limit to a couple files, right? And we're just going to send them all at once. Send them all. You know, fuck it. Alright? That's our solution. And that's the story of how it took me 3 months to solve the largest mystery in our company.
So basically you were fighting TCP dump's behavior.
It's so fucked up. The worst part is that you can install a different command. Like, if you install like Wireshark something
like that.
There's like a commit. Like they have a command kit for Wireshark.
Oh, they have a CLI?
Yeah, and you can download that, and they have stuff like dumpcap that stops after a file size. It does exactly what we want, right? Revolutionary. But that means we have to install it, and it's third party on our program, so we can't really do that without hassle. So we just can't use it. Unfortunate.
So you're kind of just fucked.
Yeah, it's not open source, which means we just can't use it.
Really? Wireshark's not open source?
I don't think it's open source.
I'll look this up.
Alright. If it's open source, you tell me, okay? And then I'll relay it to our supervisor, only for him to not allow it still because it's an install. Alright, I'll come again. I don't mind if you come every day, you know. There's no way, you know that. You think this guy's good enough to come here every day? That sounds mean. It's only the truth, or what, you're planning to come every day? Every day is impossible. See? You two have gone pretty deep with your diary, haven't you? Why? It seems like you two have gotten so close all of a sudden. We're not close. And it's not like I choose to let him die either.
Well, I found the Git repo.
Well.
It's on GitLab.
Huh. Well, I don't think my supervisor will allow it anyway. But yeah, if it wasn't open source, then we'd have to run into like licensing issues or like copyright and shit like that, or whatever, right? But yeah.
This is the new general public license V2 or later,
Okay.
so it's open source.
All right.
Either
It's
way,
there.
we're in the middle of doing the other solution.
You're stuck eating TCP dump. You poor soul.
I hate life and everything.
Is this
now.
why you hate containers?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, even if it wasn't contained, you probably shouldn't do it that way either. Let's be honest. Anything that runs as a background process is not guaranteed.
Hey, this is still the same for you, yes, but I thought I was so smart for that. I thought I was hot shit for figuring out the kill.
And then your dreams were shattered.
Obliterated. It's true, he's doing a good job with the dives and creating much songs. Nothing's forced or anything either. He's still a baby, but he's a good boy. Thanks for treating me like a kid. If you want to deny it, go ahead, but it's the truth, so it would be a waste of breath. Is that so? I see. But yeah, I understand how he is a good boy. Come on, stop teasing me. Anyway, let's get going. Well then, Spigot, see you again. Well, hey, don't pull on me. Come anytime. What was that all of a sudden? You didn't realize? Spigot seemed really upset. Huh? It sure didn't look like to me. Oh. Well. And we go back in.
There's nothing there.
Nope. Alright, I guess we can try the info sphere and then quit. Unless the game forces us to quit.
Are you gonna try saving?
I am.
Just to see if it decides to eat dump?
I'm hoping I made enough zeros and ones in order to not crash the game. Yeah. Yeah, going back to the game as a state machine thing. Oh, I guess I didn't say game as a state machine, but I sort of
You're
implied
thinking
it.
of programs as a state machine.
Programs as a state machine.
That makes sense.
And then I was thinking, you know, with the Java story, right? I was in the middle of the Java story, right? So the Java story, right? So the grad students were building a multiplayer game in Java, right? And they were demonstrating it. They were demonstrating it to everyone in class, right? And like when they press a directional key, right? You can see the character like move and then stop immediately, right? And then after a while they start moving again, right?
So you let go, they stop and then start moving.
No, you're holding down the key, right?
Okay.
So when you hold down the directional key, right, the player will move in that direction for 1 unit and then stop, and then after a brief moment it will continuously move, right?
Okay.
That's a limitation between Java's button press and button hold, right? That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They have a lockout time for the difference between button press and button hold because it's physically impossible to tell the difference between the two otherwise, right? So that makes sense, right? But of course, it's going to look like shit when you when you put it in a program.
I'm guessing it doesn't have a button release as.
Oh, it does have a button release.
So couldn't you just read on press and release?
I mean, yeah, you could.
Because that would get rid of the whole stopping issue.
Yeah, you could. They didn't implement it like that, though. That's the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking in.
Yeah, you're thinking in terms of state machines, which is what you should do, right?
And that's also how I've seen people implement it in like Lua stuff.
Yeah, that's like this is one of the most basic things about like implementing like a button hold in like most programs, right? Beyond video games is how you do it in most programs, right? When you first press the button, that changes the state of your program, right?
Yeah.
So if you hold down the right button to go right, what you're supposed to do is set the state to moving right, right? And then you have something else in the program that's checking the state, right? And if that state is active, then you move right, right? And then when you let go, the state is released. The thing that's checking the states no longer sees right, so it stops.
Okay.
Right. So if you want to implement a moving character, right? You need like a thread to like constantly check the current state of movement, right? And
That's your update loop, I
yeah,
guess.
it's your update loop. Yeah. So it's just constantly checking the state, right? Once you press the button, the state should change.
Yeah.
Right? And then it shouldn't unchange until you release the button. Right? And that's
the update loop will say, "Oh, it's not right anymore."
yeah, and that's how you get smooth movement.
Yeah.
Right? If you do it by button held, you're not going to get it. And if you didn't understand a goddamn thing we're saying, what we're trying to say is that physics sucks. Reading button inputs is the worst thing you can ever deal with. It's impossible. Literally impossible.
So true, bestie.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, be happy. Be the most happy individual I've ever done seen. Button inputs will make you depressed.
Yeah. I would know. I've had to deal with them.
Oh yeah, I had one class and I hate it. You still do it for some reason, you fucking madman.
Because people ask me to port funny.
You're
movement.
fucking crazy. I hope you know that.
Well, you're not the only person who's called me crazy.
Hello, welcome to 5th level infiltrator. You found Kevin's for cars and then reached the there's nothing to fear. Huh? Really? Quite nervous to see what's going to happen this time. Well, you told me the guy on the 4th level you finished and acknowledged each other on this level. You two got to know each other, you come to respect each other, and together have come to this far.
This is still pre-crash.
Yeah.
Something bad
This is post-crash. This is because we crashed on the infosphere. On the animation.
No, I could have sworn we were talking to, like, a small Luca.
Were we? I don't remember.
I feel like we were.
Maybe it was... I don't remember.
Finally, this is your last level. Here you approve each other. Now this level goal for you. Convey your thank yous. Convey our thank yous. That's right. Up to the 4th level, you two threw out all your emotions inside, and now you should be in a very refreshed mood. And now you're in the condition to truly feel thank you, to be able to acknowledge each other's actions. Anyway, I want you to find out on this level. I'm sure you find many things. I found so much. Get a new access point. Get a new access point. Alright, I think we'll stop after this because a lot of plot heavy shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
This is a flower garden. Oh, how pretty! Isn't it? I hope the motherfucker you two create will become a beautiful place like this too. Soup, by the way, is there a guy for us on this level? Oh, I'm your guy for the 5th level. I see, you're the guy, so what are you supposed to do here? Let's see, how about the two of you go on a stroll in the garden? Huh? That's it? Programming's hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
People think it's easy, because it's just words on the screen. They don't know. Do they?
Chat, they don't know.
Do they know? I didn't think we could relax so much. Come to think of it, we never walked into like this together, Lady Coach. Like that's the thing. Like even when you're like in high school and like college and you're writing your own like programs and shit, you think it's easy, right? You're just doing baby bitch stuff, right? Once you need to put like 1,000 programs together and it runs like shit, you're gonna be like, wow, I don't know a goddamn thing. So be happy that you're still in college, you motherfuckers. Be the happiest people you ever know. Programming is gonna make you depressed. Well, yes, a lot's been going on. It's quite nice being able to walk with you like this once in a while. Yeah, it feels really fun. The scenery's so nice. It's so much prettier than the flower garden I showed in my therapy world. There's a garden inside your mind too. I'm sure your clients are very comfortable. Ah, Lenny Cloche. I'm sorry. About what? I didn't mean to slip about therapy. What are you saying? It's alright, but about that, I'm the one who should be sorry. I didn't know anything about dietherapy. Yeah, I denied you just because it was the law. Oh no, but that one time you acknowledged me and... Oh, I almost forgot. Corey, can you please go to the fancy shop and buy me a doll? A doll? Why? Because I need it. I don't care if it is. Sure, hurry. Alright. I I was so happy you helped me out that time. I know it's a strict law, and I know it must have been hard for you to pretend you saw nothing. And still, you did it for me. That's what made me really happy. Is that so? Actually, then I also felt I could respect you. What? She said, what? I thought it was a job to give pleasure, but you're different. You were desperate to save a life. Until then, I had you misunderstood. But after I saw you seriously, I decided I wanted to cooperate with you. I never knew that. It makes me feel so happy inside. Hee hee. At first, I thought you were simply smiling and stuck up to everyone. But that wasn't it. When it came to truly important matters, you had the courage to risk danger. And that goes for that time. I hope you're prepared. I doubt you can run away carrying that girl. No! Or will you abandon her and run off on your own? What's this? I might even have the 10th of Lady Cloche's courage. I've run away from a lot of things, but I'm not going to run away this time. I'm going to protect Lady Cloche! After watching it, I reflected on myself. There are many times I gave in unable to bear Alfman's pressure. You reminded me of it. You gave me a great amount of courage. I didn't do anything better. I always put all my effort into everything I do. But I'm surprised, huh? I thought we both kind of hated each other and thought on each other as a pain in the neck, but maybe it wasn't so. Maybe. We both really helped each other out a lot. Come on, think of it. I haven't been allowed to stay at your place. I might not even be alive today. But that time was also for Croy. I'm sorry. I hate ulterior. I hate ulterior motives. I'm sure you do, pal. But I'm sure you knew. And when I went to the Enna Palace, you came for me. But I found out later that it was you who pushed for it. I was surprised that you worried for me. Staring up those memories, it seems like we helped each other many times. We weren't very honest about it, but you're right. I don't think I've ever really thanked you for it properly. That goes for us both. So I thank you for all of it at once. Huh? Lady Cloche, thank you for always keeping me in mind. Whenever I felt sad or alone, you were the one who came to me. You were the one who came to me. And I was upset about my mom, and when I was depressed during the birthday celebration, and so I was really happy. And so thank you. I need to thank you too. Thank you, Lou. What? I didn't do anything. No, you protected me many times. When I was overcome by insecurities and maybe you were the one who would ease my worries. I'm sorry I was always out of control, but whenever you came, it really made me feel calm inside. I was very happy. This feels kind of embarrassing. Oh look, the garden ends over there. Let's go see what it's like at the edge. Alright, then it's a race. Go! Hey, that's not fair. This is... Wow. Is this the world we live in? I wonder how big it is, huh? The place we live in, we probably can't even see it from here. The size of a pea at most. Yeah, the size might be different, but we're going to make a world just like this. Yeah, Metaphysics is a song to create a world. That's right, Metaphysics is different from other song magic and hymnos. It's not a song just to make a lump of rock. It gives birth to trees, animals, and the circle of life, everything. That's amazing. It can make all that. But it's mysterious how it can even create life in the environments of the cycle of life. We're trying to make something pretty crazy. Yep, that's why it's impossible to do it alone. You need many people's thoughts, and then finally it can be made. For that, you both need to communicate your minds, not just superficially, but at the very depth of your hearts. That's why one of the Metaphysics is so strictly managed. That's correct. By the way, did you enjoy talking to each other in your children's garden? Yes, very much so. Yep, I'm glad that I can feel relieved about giving you this. But Gem Lightsbirth. Congratulations, your first mind gem for the 5th level. You need to gather 2 on this level, so you need 1 more. Good luck, we'll see you again. Just 1 more, huh? I'm impressed we actually made it this far. I really think so too. Hey, 1 more, we have to do our best. Yep!
Gee, I wonder where to go.
Yeah. That was a really good cutscene, honestly.
Yeah?
Like, ignoring all the sentimental bullshit value that comes from doing an obvious scene like that, it's just good writing to remember all the shit you've already done in the story. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know the important climaxes and focal points of like the story that you've written, right? And you're able to call back to it in the set and change the perspective to make it more sentimental, right? That takes skill, you know. All right, not. Joe Slim isn't going from down the street isn't going to write something like that, right? He's just going to copy it from someone else. Huh? Why do we look like this? What's this? What's going on? Welcome to your childhood memories. Childhood memories? Yes, for the last thing we usually trace back to from your encounter to your early childhood, but you two used to live with each other as sisters when you were young, so I thought we should recap those memories. I'm sure you both don't remember anything from when you were that young. Well then go have fun. There you go. But, what are we supposed to do? Wait, something. I'm spacing something in my mind. You're right. I feel like I'm going back to when I was a child. It feels so good. I'm starting to feel sleepy. Me too. Huh? I fell asleep. Hey, Lake, you can't fall asleep there. You're gonna catch a cold. Yeah, sis. You always fall asleep so fast. And you're so lazy. Maybe because I feel the happiest when I'm sleeping. No. When you fall asleep, I'm left alone. So no. Yeah. Oh, let's make a flower crown together, and now we'll pretend to be holy maidens. Yeah, okay, let's play.
They're just a pair of little goobers.
I'm done. Oh, I'm not done yet. Yeah, I win. I'm not even halfway done yet, though. Hey, Liga, don't cry. I'll give you my crown here. It looks kind of weird. Don't complain, I give it to you. Let's go home. Mommy's probably making dinner for us. Okay, we need to help Mommy. I want to help too. Okay, then let's go. Sis, there's someone over there. Huh, you're right. I wonder who it is. She's coming over here. Hello, Luca. Huh? Yes, I'm Goro, Luca's mind guardian. No, you're lying. You're not Goro. Sis? Who are you? I said I'm Goro. No, you're not Goro. You're not my mind guardian either. Don't come into my mind. Don't invade my heart. Sis, are you okay, sis? Who are you? Are you really Goro? Well, that was a quick rejection. I see. When the mind is connected, the vision comes directly from inside your soul. You are... Hello for the first time outside your soul space. My name is Infil. Infil, isn't that the maiden from a long time ago? I see you know your history, and this is... I'm Unesha. I'm staying inside Lucas' soul space because of de-cellophane first, and an objective of mine.
Cellophane? You mean the stuff you use to, like, seal away food? Plastic wrap?
Maybe.
Sure. I mean, it has D in front of it. How? But why? Are you trying to prevent us from creating methyl alcohol? Is that why you're in Luca? No, I wasn't thinking that. Go ahead, create methyl alcohol all you want. We're here for a different purpose. It just happened to take place at the same time you were in the 5th level. The heart of Gaia was found, and through hibernation, Nanesha and I connected, and so, the key will be released now. Our goal is to release the key inside her mind. Release the key? What do you mean? That girl, the 33rd maiden of Fuera, has the key to bring Nanesha back to this world and in her heart. Yep, the key known as de-cellophane. And so, we're going to borrow her body for a bit to undergo Nanesha's seal. How dare you do such a thing? Return Luca back to normal! Hey. Infil's the same way. Why is the maid of Aqua always so strong-willed and angry all the time? Oh, leave me alone, Nanesha. Either way, the 33rd maiden of Fuera has a very important role in our plans for now. Please understand cooperating with us. Wait! You're kind of annoying. I mean, I've known that for a while now, but just to make it easier, I'm going to shut down this world. What? Hey! I kicked the reset button. Luca? Hey, Luca, wake up, open your eyes. Luca! Luca's not waking up. I don't know why. While we were following our past memories in the infosphere, Goro appeared and... Goro! That should be Luca's mind guardian. But Luca said it wasn't, and Goro said she was the previous maiden, Nanesha. Nanesha? Why is the maiden from 400 years ago in Luca? I'm pretty sure they broke into our infosphere from outside, but let's go back to Luca's house. We can't keep this from Miss Raisha. Alright, now to save the game and then forget what we're supposed to do yet again. I love not remembering video games.
Yeah.
Damn, I miss when we played it the first time and it was interesting and therefore we didn't have to talk over it with random bullshit from work, am I right?
That's what random talk says.
Fuck.